top of the helmet, and it rung my bell. Couldn't hear or see for about 15 seconds. Yeah. No whistle. Referees just watched me sit there, look like a, half-dead boxer. And here we go, working along the boards. Kept in by Scully. Goes back into the corner. He picked up McCormick over to Gurgis. Bullaboya, pick it up. Taking a look as he went down. Ruffernack goes on the clear. It's going to be picked up Scully. Keeps it away from Homeland. Homeland chasing. Gets put into the corner. Spaceman on a change here. Right defense not covered up. Scully under the feet. Doesn't see it. He put a good hit on. Took him off the puck for a second. Ruffernack going into the corner against Kriakov. And gets through. Here come the Whalers up the ice. And it gets put in. And it's going to be covered by Wood. As Hames was coming down. Wellington, he saw he didn't see where he was going. 4:37 remaining. Wood was shot out of the crease there. I'm not sure if he was heading to the bench or.
I think he was just taking a lap to recover there after that. Seemed like it was kind of a weird bounce off the boards if I heard it bounce off the boards. Yeah, he only got a little over 4.5 minutes here for the Spaceman to find anything, and he's looking for more water, it looks like.
Yeah, he kept asking for. He was heading, and then the official kind of stopped him, like, get back in your crease. So he grabbed some water off the bench here. Grabbing a team water bottle.
Well, he hasn't had many breaks the last 10 minutes or so to go get any. So
Spaceman working to get it out here, and it's going to be kept in for a second, but turned over back to the Spaceman as the Whalers try to get it. Bonet feeds it in. Power back on the right D. Now he goes in, and Slater comes and holds that spot. Slater has to come back. Erickson with the puck's got a pass to Val. Takes it, and a shot and a save. Comes out. Picked up Slater. Now poked back into the corner. Picked up Hames. Goes up front. Goes out of the reach of Roos. Comes back. 4 minutes left to play here in the second period. 2-0 in favor of the Whalers, and they're in control of the puck. Erickson goes in and out. Power tried to feed it over. And it's a high stick, and it's played by Power. And it'll probably go all the way down, obviously. That one I would have stood over. But the Whalers will sit there and not play it and run the clock out with 3:50 left. I wouldn't. So it had to get played. Face-off's going to be in your zone. On the face-off, Lacey trying to tie up against Warglow. Roth feeds it around. Going into the corner, Nelson picks up. Nelson sees some options. He takes Vysotsky, hits Vysotsky in the shaft of the stick. Vysotsky trying to keep it. Lacey will pick it up outside. Goes in on the corner, on the delayed off, coming in. Vysotsky picks up, takes a hit. It's still in possession. Barnashoff with it. Barnashoff getting tied up, pushed off by Warglow. Kept in by Nelson. Feeds it back. Barnashoff going in the corner, going up against Johnson. Ties him up. Now Warglow coming in to pick it up. Feeds it around. Coming in. Roth trying to keep it. Goes into the neutral zone. Picked up Nelson. Feeds it on the boards. Picked up by Roos. Nelson with it here. Gets turned over. Now brought in. Oh, goes down as Olzulia. Had a gift there. And it is going to be playable. Put in the corner. Kastorf picks up. Now he got the pass off. And here comes Warglow. Warglow puts it back in. All the way around it goes. Wellington gets tied up with Elmquist. Wilson trying to get a hold of the puck and does. Wilson with it here. Pushes it out and picks it up. Goes on the delayed off, but Elmquist picked it up. And with it here. Elmquist going in the corner. Up against Scully. Barnashoff with it here. And it is going to be in control here with 2:20 remain. Kastorf with the puck. Feeding the slot. Here we go. Spaceman not giving up on the forward effort here. Turned over.
They're not giving up, but they haven't really been able to.
They haven't. They've been
puck.
Spoiled, yeah. Vysotsky back on the bench. Puck goes down in on a no ice. It's a chase down for Viliboyev to go in. The puck comes out into the neutral zone, picked up by Zalidis. He taps it up, and it's going to be brought in and held back. Rufenak. Rufenak gives it over to Greeley. Greeley with it here. Greeley coming in. Greeley feeds it up front, and it's going to be covered by Sumner Wood.
Well, it was a second chance effort, I believe, by Rufenak, and he had a great opportunity there getting into the crease, but Sunderwood, once again, finding ways to keep his body in front of the net, and looks like we're having a spaceman timeout here. It's a good time for it, 1:40 left on the clock. Got to draw up some sort of play here to keep on to possession. Find a couple shots on net, ideally.
Yeah, so far, Robbie Rosnice is the answer for the Hampton Roads Whalers. 24:05 in the first period. He picked up a goal, his 7th on the season. Nikita Zozulia picks up his 8th assist. And it's not a rerun or a misprint. It's 16:08. Robbie Rosnice picks up his 8th goal. It's a power play goal on the season. Nikita Zozulia is the assist, and it's 9th. It's 16:08. So that's what puts us right here. Been several penalties here in the second.
Including that major with the power play goal.
Yep, and they still had to work off another 2 minutes after they did that. They did that about the 3-minute mark. There was just a couple of penalties in the first and only 3 in the second. First one, Robert Gross gets a tripping. Robbie Rosnice gets a roughing. Then Bogdan Vysotsky gets a elbowing. And that was a 5-minute. We are even strength here, a minute 40. Spaceman down. It's 2-0.
The thing that's hurt the Spacemen the most in the second half has been just the fact that they've been on their own end of the ice a lot with the penalties, and then also just the Whalers, to their credit, having a really good performance on the offensive end, just finding ways to keep the puck in possession.
Greeley, Wilson, Roos picks up. Roos feeds it down. Greeley picks up. Throws it back behind. Now picked up by the Spaceman trying to get it going. Now, nice look. Here we go. Gorbanoff trying to keep it. Gets it. It's a melee. And it's going to be picked up by Vysotsky. Drops it back to Bonet and goes across over to Nelson. Back it goes to Bonet. Bonet puts it into the corner. Wood is in. Extra man on the ice. Really trying to go after it, gets Barnashoff. Barnashoff will win that battle over. And it gets back. Wilson connects. Barnashoff with it here. 1 minute left in the period. Here we go. Barnashoff with it. Barnashoff draws in 2. Feeds it back into the corner over to Gorbanoff. Gorbanoff with it here. Gets pressure right now. Barnashoff going after it. Vysotsky with it here with a shot. High off the glass. Playable. Barnashoff picks up. Barnashoff without a glove again. Shot. Oh, and ricochets off the... kind of run off the arm there of Tolk. So battling with it here, tied to McCormick. Now down the ice he goes. Still 30 seconds remain when they pick up. Vysotsky goes back. Over to Barnashoff. Barnashoff on the pass. Goes over to Lacey. Lacey picks up. Lacey comes in. Lacey looks. Here's where you got to get aggressive. Can't set up that play. Just got to get aggressive. Barnashoff hanging on to it. Just feed it over to Lacey. The puck's going to be picked up by the Whalers. Warglou tries to get it out. It's picked up O'Neill. It's not going to be picked up here. And Zozulia trying to get it here, and he will find the back of the net. And that will do it for the Spacemen's effort here at 1 second. And the Whalers came into Fort Wayne, and they have played an entire weekend of shutouts. They may have had one. They did. Cougars found the back of the net twice. But they come out with shutout fashions. And you never say that during a game. 1 second left.
I think you can feel pretty good about it at this point. Yeah, just an all-around. They were just going to run out the buzzer there. All-around, amazing defensive performance by the Whalers all weekend. As he puts down the net once again for how many times this weekend? Is that 3 or 4?
Yeah, the Whalers controlling.
The goal differential has just been unbelievable. This is the team that could really compete on the national level.
Yep,
is what they've shown this weekend.
This is their weekend. So the Whalers come up to Fort Wayne, and they will go home happy, picking up win, win, win. And they are the team. So Fort Wayne Spacemen come out with another loss. Lost last night, lost today. Puts them back to 16-4. And the Whalers come up 15-1 on their season so far. So they pretty interesting to see where they got that loss. Could be the first game of the season.
Well, and I mean, the Spacemen don't have a lot to feel awful about throughout this game. I mean, yeah, I got away from them in the end, but they played a good effort. They put together some good chances. Fortunately, the Whalers were able to keep them in their own zone for a lot of that second half and didn't really get a whole lot of momentum on the offensive end, unfortunately. Although, all credit to their defense. They held them to 3, which is cannot be said the same for some other teams that the Whalers face this weekend. So,
favorite part is the handshake line, saying thank you for a good battle. We see a prayer develop here in the center ice. And folks, you can join in on that prayer right now, and you will never believe what you're connected to. And also keep in mind in prayer here on this Sunday, pray for those who do not want prayer. It's very important. Remember the least of these. All right, we're going to have another game here. Hampton Roads Whalers come out strong over to the Fort Wayne Spacemen Premier. And we will have the got that misspelled, the MJDP effort here against the Chicago T-Rex. And that's going to be coming up at 11:30, so that's in a few minutes. We'll see them come on the ice and warm up. So thank you for tuning into this game here. It was exciting to call and watch. Congratulations to the Whalers, and I hope they get home safe all the way to Virginia. And they're going to be riding home very high, so hopefully they will keep on their winning ways as they head back home. And that will do it for this game. Thank you for tuning into the Black Bear TV, brought to you by Summit City Sports. We'll be right back. All right, here we are live in Fort Wayne, ready for the next game here as we see the Chicago T-Rex take on the Metro Jets development program. Over the weekend, it was MJDP put on a strong battle against the Whalers, but gave that game up 5-2. And then they came back to play the Columbus Mavericks, picked up a 4-0 victory over the Mavs. And then they played the Cincinnati Cyclones same day, that was yesterday, and they had a loss there 4-2. So here they are getting ready to take on the Chicago Columbus Mavericks. And make sure we have all this right, because I have Chicago.
I believe I'm seeing the T-Rex uniforms out.
Yeah, you like the T-Rex?
Well, their white uniforms, to be honest, were not my favorite. These ones are a little cooler with the stripes.
Yeah.
Along the sides and the shoulders. But
I think it was Mason that liked them and you didn't.
Yeah.
It had
these ones might have been the ones he saw, though. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the gray ones were kind of.
Oh, yeah, it was the gray. You're right. It's kind of just a color mismatch.
Ironically, I had a gray shirt on yesterday, so.
I do like the Metro Jets uniforms, though. They're very clean, very reminiscent of the old days of Winnipeg. But legible with the numbers and the names. And the T-Rex have some names on the backs and some that are nameplate lists. So I guess we'll kind of see best we can keep track of everybody here.
All right, getting ready for action here. Clock ticking away. So the Mavericks play the T-Rex yesterday. Mavs pick up a 5-4 victory. And it was back in October 24th, Chicago T-Rex took on the Chicago Crush, came out with a 6-4 victory up at the Summit Sports and Ice Complex. So they are going to try to get a win here. MJDP picked up that loss last night over Cincinnati. So they're looking to get their winning ways back here. We'll see what happens in this game. It'll be pretty exciting here. A shout out to Matt Breyer. How are you, buddy? I think that you'll be doing a game. I think a Metro game's maybe going Metro Jets right now. If I saw, I'm not sure.
They got games up in Detroit this morning.
Yeah, they got it up in their hometown, up Mount Clemens there, and so we'll see how the MJDP do down here in the fort.
They've been busy this weekend.
Yes.
Matt's been busy driving back and forth a couple times.
Yeah, so you got to stay at a hotel the night before.
Friday night.
Yeah.
He said he drove up that morning, left the house around 4 a.m.
Wow.
So all credit to him.
Yeah, you got to work with him.
Yeah. Cool guy to work with.
Yeah.
Hopefully we can see him again here in the future.
Oh, yeah. I miss it because we had worked together last year for a final game, and it was a blast. So.
Oh, yeah.
But duty calls, you get busy.
Well, Metro Jets have been busy in multiple different divisions. So.
Yes, with three teams that he's calling for. So, yeah, it gets – sometimes it doesn't get overwhelming because it's so fun when you can dedicate your time to the sport, get here, and it's like a relaxation.
Oh, for sure. And it's been a great weekend all around. Thanks for the Spaceman for hosting this whole event. It's been pretty well put together and a lot of fun hockey. And I do like the format, the 25-minute halves. I think that's been kind of fun, rapid fire to keep the game moving. It feels like a little bit more most of the time. There's a couple
We've done it before
down,
where we played like three 15-minute periods and the ice cut between the second and third. But, yeah, this is interesting here. And you got to adapt to, everything. And that's pretty neat how that works out. And both teams have done it well. Although they always sat wrong with the goaltenders, as we're seeing today.
Had that a couple times so far this weekend.
We'll probably see it for the next couple of games. With 25 minutes on the clock, fresh sheet of ice. Here we go, face-off center ice, and it's going to be picked up. Well, it's still sitting there, and it is still sitting there, and it looks like Metro gets it first, put it back into the Chicago zone. Going to pick it up, LaFleur feeds it around.
Talking about killing time off the clock, there's about 10 seconds there. just off the face-off, trying to figure that out.
The attempt was wide. Stanhope trying to hold the line, now bringing it up. Gongo coming in with a look. Goes on a pass, and he couldn't get the connection there. Shot and a save. Stopped by Cyrus. MJDP getting it out, but it's stays in, and here we go. Smith with it here. Smith going to on the carry, gets it taken away. And it is. Now look with a shot, and stopped by Gongo. Or Gongo's effort. They're stopped by Cyrus. Working in the corner. Now it's going to be picked up from behind.
Both teams really still trying to settle in here early on.
Pass over to Gamlin. Gamlin's got a look. He's going to take a shot off the top of that blocker. Sails it up high for no chance for Borduca to get a rebound. But he's in the corner with it here, getting roughed up, but he's still hanging on to it. Comes back. Now look, feeding back to point with a look here. MJDP with a shot. Goes up high on the glass, stays playable. Ledzbakov trying to keep the line, and now it's going to be picked up Gardner. Gardner feeds a pass across and couldn't get the connection going there to Bush. Now it's going to be picked up into the neutral zone, now played by Sinclair. With the pass gone over, picked up Nice. No doing there. Chicago gets rid of it up the ice, but it's connected here. Gardner with it. Gardner looking for the pass, throws it behind, well behind Sinclair. And now it's going to be brought in now on the hands of Brackett. Brackett here with it here. Goes all behind as well on the pass there, about the hash marks. Now looking for Gardner. He's going to try to go after it as it's picked up and pushed up the ice. Now it's caught right dead center along the glass. Brackett on the pickup, and now it's going to be taken away. And by Sawyer with the puck coming up the ice now with it. Bush dumps it into the zone, rounds the corner. Schaefer with it. Here comes Schaefer. Brackett sneaking up. Sees him, connects, gets it into the zone. Now Rabone on the slide into the slot. The pass goes wide into the corner. Now it's going to be picked up maybe by Chicago, but Brackett, on a hit. The net's off. They're going to play it. Well, the net might have popped back on. With a look here, coming up with a shot. Blockered, and it's out of play.
It's quite a big hit right there behind the net. Fortunately, everyone got up okay. But quite a bit of action, exactly 3 minutes in that sequence, and going back and forth up the ice. Everyone's still kind of worn out trying to settle in. It's been busy.
Face off. Tipped up. Right on top of the crease, coming from the boards on the pass there. Trying to get it popped in there. There's the effort of Alex Dwyer. Face off in Chicago zone. On the drop. Picked up. And tying up behind the goal line, trying to get it out. Metro got the piece of it here, but it's going to be picked up and brought up the ice. Here we go. On the pass, caught in the skate, but it's a pass. Here we go. Oh, and Mongo, I'm not sure if he did go offside.
I think his skate just went across the blue line, not by very much.
Yeah, but you can have everything over but just a business card width of your skate on the blue line. Still be eligible. But that was a fast move, and he did the Texas two-step to shift over to that other leg.
Shifted his weight all the way around his body and couldn't quite keep it onside.
You know, if it's close, then it's going to be a call, even if it's either way. But if it's solid, then, you know. So don't make it close. Make it solid that you are not offside. So here we go. It is brought up by MJDP coming up the ice with the puck. And here's another offside.
That one was well offsides.
Yeah, kind of coming up slow there, and everybody kind of get thrown off was Boscovich.
I don't know if it was both teams just kind of getting adjusted to the time change or something, but it seems a little still settling in as we keep going on.
So do you think they got too much sleep?
I don't know if they got too much sleep, although, or if it was just kind of maybe they set their alarms wrong. I'm not sure.
Well, Chicago on their time zone, I'm not sure.
They are the time zone change, so that's a good point.
So I don't know if they're on the same page as us now. Metro would be. Shot and a score picked up. Takes a rifled shot. And Chicago picks up. Logan Krall right there. Just on the slot there before the hash marks. Takes a shot point blank.
Well, we just found out that Logan did not crawl out of bed with that amazing shot. Just up the back door. Goaltender could not get over in time and puts the T-Rex up 1-0 pretty quickly after that draw.
So both teams now probably have woken up. Now picked up and played by Wax. Schaefer gets it turned over. And the pass across coming from Sinclair. Gets it up and trying to get it going is Bush. Gardner hit off the play. Bush loses the puck. It's going to be picked up by Metro. Metro wants to answer. Here they come. Now bringing it up the ice. Oh, what a hit. Gamlin feeds it into the corner. See, Ucesny's going to come back, try to play that, and he gets it easy. He got clobbered there, but he heads to the bench. Now picked up by Chicago, dumped back into the zone by Gardner. Now bringing it in. Fournier on the pass. It's put on target, played by Wax. Chicago with it here. Gardner on the backhand, passes up on a stretch pass. Oh, it's going to work. Coming down the ice, but it is going to be cleared out by Cyrus. LeBlanc. He's on the carry, coming in the right side. Now feeds into the corner. He may get it back. As Krall now getting through Krall. Now here we go. Taking a look. On the shot, and they score! Working the slot there, left the back door open. What a play. LeBlanc evens it up.
LeBlanc had nobody on him there in the corner. I could see that play develop from a mile away. He made the right cut to the back door, and a great move. Who was that on the assist?
I don't remember.
We might have to get it. It was a quick move and play, but great double move to pull it into the slot and make the pass behind where the goaltender was. So tied it right back up just a minute and about 20 seconds later.
I think Gamlin on the assist, I believe. MJDP working it out of the zone, and here comes LeBlanc. He wants another. Bringing it up. Gets through the slot, but he's shut down. Here comes another shot, and they score! LeBlanc will be the assist on that. I believe Brackett picked that one up. And that's 5:53.
It was Brackett.
Less than a half a minute later.
It was 12 seconds later, exactly. So it was about as quick of a goal as you can get, back to back, coming from behind. Are the Metro Jets.
T-Rex want this back. They had control here. Floor passes over and it gets caught up here. Goes in. Taking a look with it. I believe that's Moxon. Trying to go in here, and it's going to be spoiled. Just trying to get it out. Rabone gets it past LaFour. LaFour keeps it in, puts it on target, however. Stanhope goes underneath, but loses it. So here comes a chance now. Moxon takes a shot. It was going to go wide, but it was flipper saved. Now up front, picked up by Metro Jets. Battle in the corner without the puck, and now they see they got to get to work. Jets with it here, looking on the pass. Goes behind and in front. Just splits through. McLean with it here. McLean tries to feed it over to Rabone. Rabone's going to go in the corner with LaFleur. LaFleur comes in, and it's underneath of him, searching for it. Ties up body to give himself a chance. Metro with it here. So back and forth it goes, and it will be everybody working on each other, then the puck. And it is going to be picked up, played now. Gongo had had it there, so he drew out Stanhope. Now it's back. Boscovich now in control. Boscovich feeds it over to Gamlin. Gamlin with it on the boards. Knee connection. It's going to be dumped in by Curto, but it hits the linesman. And he is feeling that. Oh, and now pass over to Gongo. Gongo's going to come in. Drops it right on the line. On the backhand. Gets it pushed around by Sinclair. Still behind goal line. In the jet zone. Turns over to Gardner. Gardner backhand. Throws it across. Into the corner. Bush was putting the pressure on there. T-Rex still in possession for a second. Well, now it's Pratt. Pratt gets it across, and here they go. Now it's going to come back, and it's going to be played by Chicago on the goal line there. Thought it was going to get played there by Wax. He leaves it go. Down goes, I believe, Houston. Boy, I get that name wrong. I should have talked to you better, Matt. All right, now Pratt goes across. Here comes Metro up the ice. 16:40 remaining here. Down by a goal. Shot, and it's held on. Stopped by Nate Wax. We'll see a face-off his stick side coming up.
It's good to see the official moving again after that lick that he took. He was kind of slow moving there for a minute or so, but rushes in to collect the puck, and he'll drop it. That was Gilmer, the official. We saw a lot of defense in that first game between Hampton and Fort Wayne, and so far it's been a lot of offense.
And we see the toss out there of Sawyer on the face-off for Chicago. Picked up by the Jets. They feed it in. Stays wide. Puck comes out of the stick of Lejmakov. Gets it back. Goes on the offsides, now coming in. Gambling could put the pressure on LaFleur. LaFleur with it feeds it around. Now it's going to be played out of the corner on the pass connected. And it goes in and out of the stick of Sawyer, but it's picked back up and played up the ice by Dwyer. Houston sends it to Smith, or Ledgebrook feeds it to Smith. Now the battle here. Smith pops it out. That's going to be picked up Dyer. Dyer with it here. Dyer gets the connection over to Mongo. He kicks it in. It's in the slot. And he takes a shot high, wraps around the glass. Cannot be held in by Dwyer, so back it goes. Got some help from Crawl. Crawl comes back to pick up. It's touched up by Wax. Crawl here. Smith on the pressure here. Now he's double teamed. Bodurka was going to put pressure on. Gongo picks up. Gongo on the pass. Nice pickup here by Dwyer. Dwyer going back into the corner. Picking it out, or leaving it sitting behind, and it's almost turned over by Moskvin. Smith kept it by Gongo, feeding it. And around it goes. Fed across. Crawl with it here. Looking, connects to Gongo. Gongo's going up here. He's got some help coming. See where he goes. Tries to feed it in. And it goes in. And it's backed up if it didn't. As the puck was loose. Made sure it was popped in there. So, I think they got the score side wrong here. So was that Carter Cownan that he said?
He said number 12.
Yeah, and I don't have a 12 on my sheet.
Well.
So, but I have a 2. Not sure if that's written wrong or not. I'll get on the site. Site hasn't updated as of yet. We do have 2 Blake brackets. So
that might be a part of it. It's written down wrong, but either way, we're tied up at 2 very quickly.
All right, Kobayashi with it here. Shot block, goes around. Feeding the slot, trying to pick it up, goes wide. Here we are, and the puck's going to be picked up by Metro into the neutral zone. Feeding it across, Kobayashi trying to pick up. And a slash call called against Metro. So one of rains, it pours. Well, no, it's going to be called. I thought it was called against Metro. They picked up the puck here. I'm getting
I
confused.
heard a high stick from someone. I don't know if that was an official or not, but it kind of looked like Kobayashi was offsides on that play. They ended up giving a slashing penalty to Chicago.
Yes, slashing goes, so yeah, there might have been a high stick play there. So
confusing sequence right there a little bit. So we're getting everything sorted out.
All right,
another change here for Chicago.
See if we can get this the update here. All right, so here we go. MJDP gets it taken away. Gongo coming down the ice on the short-hander, but all the way out. It's going to be picked to Cyrus. Cyrus goes through Luska. And on a hit. The puck's going to be loose. Gets underneath. Mongo's going to come in and put the hit on Smith. Right in front of the scoring circle. And Metro comes out with it. Bodorka's going to go after it, but it's going to be touched up here, possibly by Cownan. Shot wide, goes around.
That was a great cross-ice pass to find the open guy.
Working on it here. Fournier with a look. Oh, he fans it, but he's got time to catch it back up, and he does. Bodorka with it here. Bodorka's going to come all the way up. It's a give and go. And a shot wide. Good play set up there. Gamlin fed him that. Pass now goes back. Here we go. Taking a look. Taking a shot. Stopped, covered, loose. Now it's still loose. Now it's going to be cleared out. Luska on the keep. Luska going to feed over to Fournier. Fournier's going to try to split on the, pick it up on the back door, but it's going to be spoiled. Shot, and they score. Power play goal picked up by the Jets. Initially looked like it was stopped there. They were protecting the back door, but on the rebound, came right to stick, and a good shot put there by the Metro Jets to bring this back. So Gamlin picks up his fourth on the season, assisted by Alex Fournier and Daniel Luska.
Once again, on the power play. Also, I don't have a roster sheet to reference immediately, but 97 for the Jets had a great shift there. Just creating plays, creating opportunities, and they found another one. That one was not, will not take the assist on that one, but.
Yeah, Gamlin's assist is Fournier back on defense. Found that opening out. He came up. Oh, here we go. And it's MJDP picks it up in the neutral.
It's back and forth, taking shots after shots, and finding the back of net a few times so far early on.
Kroll sends it around.
Finally have the power play cleared off. Don't know if they started play with that or not, but.
Gardner with a shot save back into the corner. And it's going to be picked up, played by MJDP. On the pass, broken up, and it sends it out. May give a chance here. Kroll looking up ice, and it is going to be playable. It nearly hits the ceiling. Looked like a geyser. Grabbed out of the air, played. Along the boards, Ribone trying to get a hold of it. And McLean touches it up. And we see a full change for the Metro Jets. Stanhope stays out to guard the right side on D. And the puck comes all the way down ice, and it's a race going back to it.
Great way to box out there into the corner.
Pratt bringing it up strong. He's got some help with him. Gets it spoiled here for a second. Feeds it. And LeGros trying to pop it in there, but a stop there put on by Wax. On the keep. Goes off a shin guard. Stops right in front of the Metro Jets bench. And now it's a battle. It slowly works its way out off the stick of Sawyer. Lesbikoff with it here. Goes across over to LeGros. LeGros going to go in and may feed Pratt. Pratt goes down, gets caught with the linesman. So on a regroup here. Yususinese with it here. Yususinese takes a shot, and it goes off. Maybe under the glove, over the pad, but goes out wide. Now picked up. Barrackway with it here. Sends it in. Now it's brought in. Picked up into the corner. And now it's rounding out. Here we go. LeGros with the carry here. Tries to feed it across to Gamlin on the turnover here. On the pass now here. Over. Chicago putting it in. Lesbikoff reaches up to try to get a hold of this. Kind of just slowed it down essentially. Pratt wraps it on the boards, but it only hops it up, can't get it forward. Now it's going to be kept in. On the glove of Dwyer. As he still works on the boards. Now into the hands of Cownan. Turned over. On the boards now, going up after it. Miller tried to stop it there. And a battle behind. Comes out Dwyer. Dwyer feeding it, but at the sticks met. Goes up to the safety netting. Meanwhile, we have a little tussle right in front of the goaltender for Chicago. Just a little hello.
How you doing over there?
Yeah, it's called a hockey handshake, right? On the face-off there, taken by Count and Kobayashi. Finds it into the neutral zone and coming up the ice. Here we go. Moskovich here. Taking a look, goes across, but it's going to be turned over, and it might be kept by Gongo, but it is loose. Still working on it. Now control, well, it's anyone's puck at this point. Now Miller on the battle here. It's going to be picked up, goes across. Miller pushes it out. Now
it's quite a chance on the Chicago end, and just couldn't quite corral the puck. That would have been a breakaway opportunity.
Brackett puts it in. It's going to be on target. It's going to be covered as the heat was coming.
And more discussion going on.
.9:41 left here in the first period. 3-2 in favor of the visitors in the white jerseys, and that being the Metro Jets development program. Dark jerseys on the home bench will be the Chicago T-Rex. Face off in Chicago's defensive zone on the stick side of Nate Wax. Puck still sitting there. Now it's going to be, now Metro just working on it, but they can't hang on to it. Now it's going to be brought up the ice off Bush. Gets back. Fournier working on it here. Bush trying to tie him up. Fournier playing solid here. The puck's going to be kept in the zone for a second. Couldn't fire it back down was Nice. Still in the attacking zone there, working on the blue line. Gardner Holden looking for some help. Nice comes in, gets it poked. Fournier draws it back into the Metro zone. And here they come up the ice here with the puck. Bodurka takes a shot, sticked up into the corner, rounds out. Now picked on a chop here. It's going to be turned back over. Chicago had it for a second, but couldn't control it out. Soft pass on it looked like on a fake. Fournier with a shot, in and out of the stick, but it's going to be played by Nice. Had a little room to try to poke it in there. Good defense by Chicago. Around it goes. It's going to be chased after and played now by Chicago. Looking up. Kroll feeds it, but got to come back. Kroll takes a hit. Now it's going to be played here. Turned over Bodurka. But Kroll kind of pumped up with adrenaline after that hit. Keeps it in the zone.
It's a great open ice hit by Smith. Recovering after he was a little bit too far back to crash the board or crash the net on that opportunity. He had a chance on goal, but just couldn't quite reach the puck.
Nice feeds it up the boards, and now it's going to go in. Picked up. Boskovich comes out. Kroll with the play here. Gardner creates the play here, keeps it alive. Kroll and Gardner on the change. Now here we go. Here's Metro looking on the pass, connects over to Rabone from Fournier. Rabone trying to get it across, but he's getting spoiled here. Now picked up Chicago, trying to feed it out, but it's going to be turned over. Tried to get the pass over there to Sawyer, but couldn't connect, was Paraqueeve. Now here he is with it here. Now it's sent down. Got it out of the zone there. Almost had a connection. Can't get it going.
Chicago defense really being put to work here all around. They've kind of been stuck in their own end for quite a bit of this last handful of minutes.
Back Chicago with it behind goal line.
Have a chance to regroup, bring it out.
Couldn't connect on the pass to Paraguay. Now it goes back behind. LaFleur with it here. LaFleur looks on the stretch pass, and he will beat it on an ice, but it is going to be played by Cyrus. Cyrus rides the rail. It's going to be turned over. Can Gongo hang on, and he can't. Still working on it here. Set down. And they say tipped, and it was. It just barely, you can hear a click. Here we go on a hit, leaves the puck loose.
It's four guys running into each other all at
once. Yeah,
it
looked like a train collision. Working on it here, trying to keep it poked in the slot. Now played out, and it's going to go out of play onto the bench of Chicago, fed by Chicago. That was Dwyer trying to keep it alive.
You like some exciting offensive hockey going back and forth. We have that for you right here. It's been up and down the ice. Chicago with a chance in their offensive zone. See if they can take advantage on this face-off draw.
Toss out Kobayashi on that. So let's come out with a puck here. Here he is with a shot. Sticked up on the glass behind. Kobayashi gets a puck back. Feeds it into the corner. Now coming all the way in. LeBlanc with a chance. Kobayashi goes back into the corner. This is where he wanted to feed it a minute ago. But now here we go. Shot. Let me try this again. To try to give it to Sinise. Now here, can't hang on to it. Stanhope. He's going to still work through. He disposes of Gongo. Kobayashi with it here. Kobayashi's going to come all the way in, but it's going to be stripped away. And now it's going to be played. Up ice. Gongo's going to chase after it. He's going to win back for a no ice. And he has it, and he can't hang on to it. He pokes it into play on a backhand. Oh, what a try here as we saw Cyrus had come out. Now Gongo trying to stuff it in there. Now it's going to be picked up and played by Cownan. Cownan feeds it back to Gongo. Gongo trying to feed it back to him, reading the play. And they score. Now we saw both sides do that, kind of wear out the goaltender. We see an evenly matched game here, and kind of the scoring efforts end up being the same. So Cownan picks up another one.
What an effort to get back up in front of the net there. Obviously, goaltender kind of finding a couple different angles he had to defend against and wasn't able to get in front of that one. We're tied back up. We got 5:38 left on the clock, and really been quite a back and forth game so far, frankly.
So Gongo on the assist for Cownan's goal. I believe it was at 1922. Smith gets it in. Chicago back. It's a 3-3 tie-up game here. Schaefer on the keep. Getting some pressure on the speed here. The pressure was put on, hit on the ice, but he had the pressure pouring on him from Bush. Now here we go. Smith with it here. Smith's got the carry, brings it up. Hamlin trying to get a hold of it, but goes back into the zone. Dropped around. Smith gets a freebie. Smith goes back to Schaefer. Schaefer's got to keep. He's going to go across. And with a look, kind of in that crowded slot there, gets it back. Schaefer will have it. Schaefer with a shot. It's a bouncer. And it is stopped, shut down by Nate Wax.
Schaefer had a wide open look there. The Chicago defense could not get themselves over in front of that line. And really solid look at the goal, as well as a really solid snag. Take it away.
All right, face-off. Going to be glove side of Wax in the Chicago zone on the drop, picked up by the Jets. Schaefer takes a shot, trying to redirect it. It's a bouncer. Back and forth it goes. And it's going to be, well, that's a lot of up and down. Gardner will pick up, get it out of the zone. Be kicked up there. Oh, it's going to be playable possibly by Bush. Bush feeding it, but it gets turned over.
That was kicked off the defender to himself. Now we have another turnover back the other way.
Here's Ramon. Might feed McLean. It's going to be poked out, and that's going to be off. Still working on it here. Penalty coming. Players still down behind the net.
Down, yeah.
Well, they're just tied up here. Probably just staying out of the shot, right?
Yeah, you got to stay out of that play.
Cover your head.
Kind of going back and forth behind the net anyways, so.
4:26 remaining here. Tied up threes here in the first period. You're seeing the Metro Jets in the white jersey taking on the dark jerseys of the T-Rex, who are the home team here today. So pretty evenly matched. So a roughing call against Xavier Lafleur gives Metro a chance to try to pop one in here with 4:25 remaining here. Here we go. Chicago with it here. Chicago on the offense with a man down. All the way in. Dwyer with a shot, and he scores. Short-handed goal, bringing it all the way down. I mean, obviously Gongo has been a threat all week and fun to watch. He comes down, but he let that whole show be run by Alex Dwyer.
Wish we had instant replay abilities there.
Believe me.
Wow.
We used to.
Dwyer with an amazing move. Double move all the way down. Take a shot just outside of the slot, and the goaltender not get the shoulder up in time. Shoulders can only be so big, and Huge shorty there for Chicago to take the lead shorthanded.
Still power play for Metro. Off the face-off, Stanhope has to retreat back to the goal line. See if they can answer here. They wanted to get the one up, and you got the man advantage here to try to get this thing tied up again. So it comes around. Gamlin will pick it up. 3:58 remaining here. Have a minute 30 on the man advantage here for the Jets. Here comes an effort of Gamlin coming up. He's got Smith with him. It's going to be kind of tied up here. It's going to go back to Stanhope. Stanhope almost got pinched off by the official, but he still managed to hang on to it. The pass goes across on a wobbler. Stanhope keeps. Over to Boscovich. Boscovich with a look. Boscovich with a shot, but it's going to be blocked. Kral looks to clear, and he does on the second effort. Takes a funny bounce. Now it's going to be played back, and it is going to be still in control of the Jets. Just going to come all the way up. See if he stuffs. Trying to get stuffed, and it's going to be broken up. Back to Boscovich. Boscovich feeds over. Borduca. Borduca, maybe a give and go, and it goes. Oh, you can't keep it in. Good try. It was a good look here, so Stanhope with it here. Feeds it up, gets into the zone. Kral will pick it up here. Still with 30-some seconds. He launches it down ice. A little
Another
spooky
one-on-one
there.
opportunity.
Battling here, now picked up, and here come Metro. Now with a head of steam here. And the pass right over to Brackett. Brackett puts on the brakes, looks across. He's going to hang on. He's going to come in and take the shot, maybe himself. Takes it, comes out on the rebound, coming all the way back, but it does sip out off the stop there.
Well, that initial clear from Chicago really found a way to break up the play, as well as the, if I'm thinking back correctly, that missed catch towards the blue line.
Kobayashi picking up the rebound and swings over it, still working on it. And it is now feeding up the point. Shot held. A good attempt there.
Great save there. Finally slows it down as we're back to even strength. The Jets really had quite a few opportunities on that power play, but couldn't convert. Chicago definitely changing the mindset of this game with that shorty. Obviously, only got a couple minutes here left in the first half, but Metro kind of scrambling to look to find any sort of offense now that they're behind in a way that they probably would have preferred not to.
Working off the Boscovich attempt here, and then off this face-off. Now we got some anger going on here as Brackett. Kind of got the under the skin of Chicago here right off.
Wonder if he didn't like what he suggested for lunch.
Yeah, just over the 2-minute warning here. Here is now Chicago. Oh, it's a poke. Oh, it got caught by LeBlanc. It would have stayed in. Good effort by the defense of Metro. So defense is going to dump it in. Jesus feeds it in. LeBlanc will pick up here. LeBlanc now behind goal line. Feeds it. And has to go back into the corner by Kobayashi. LeBlanc picks up now. LeBlanc trying to get around. Wants to get the pass over there, but he's going to be tied up. The puck's loose. Picked up Chicago for a second. And now feeding it around. Miller trying to get rid of it. And now T-Rex with it back to full strength on the pass behind Gardner. Gardner picks up, and it is back into the defensive zone. LaFleur with it. Passes. Not where he wanted to go, but it is picked up. Now here he comes in. Trying to do something there with Sinclair. Back into the corner. It goes around. Brackett on the pickup here. LeBlanc up unopposed. Can't get through the pass. But it may end up to him. And LeBlanc touches it up, and he has it.
I was just about to say, up until right then, Chicago kind of made an adjustment to stay focused on LeBlanc, and then ended up leaving him wide open on the zone entry. So, yeah, it didn't quite work out in their favor on that one, but
Stretch
Jets
pass.
finding some room.
Stretch pass couldn't connect, so icing coming against the Chicago T-Rex. And back in their zone, going to be facing off on the stick side of Nate Wax. Just under a minute to go. Yeah, you can see Metro looks a little deflated at this point, and they came out pretty strong and positive. They're just getting tired here. And, yeah, you're right on that short-hander. Kind of took a little steam out. But this is the Metro Jets program here. And they will figure it out here. Now on the pass, stretched up to Pratt.
He's wide open.
Pratt with a shot on the rebound. It's going to come out. Picked up Miller. Miller's going to try to get it out, but there is Metro. Oh, on a Picking up here couldn't get it in the slot in time. Gongo comes back to keep it from LeGros.
Well, Chicago on a change right there. It seemed like there's nobody to find guy at the back corner on defense. Yeah, a wide open look at the net.
Counter had gone down to force the issue. Pratt on the backhand feeds. And here we go. It's Jets with it here. Trying to get it up. Now going after it. And it's going to be an icing against Metro. Well, they washed it. Back linesman here. Had the arm up. The other washed it away. And it's up front on an attempt. Gamblin trying to feed in the slot. Luska with a windup. And it's loose again. Doesn't see it as Gongo for a second, but it turns over to Luska. Luska couldn't get it going. Oh, he wanted that one last move to fire it in there. But they will come out of this just down by one. Get a lesson learned in the locker room. See what strategy they come with when we come back. But it is 16-14 in favor of the Jets on the shots we just heard from the PA, Larry Schmidt. We will see how well both teams come out here. Chicago T-Rex up 4-3 over the MJDP effort here in the 2025 showcase here in Fort Wayne, Midwest Showcase. You're watching on Black Bear TV. Fort Wayne's effort here to call you this game. So we are here in Fort Wayne with that from Summit City Sports. But we'll be right back, folks, for the beginning of the second period and see how this one plays out. We shall return. right, welcome back here. Getting ready for second period action here. As you see, the home team of the Chicago T-Rex taking on the visiting team of the Metro Jets development program. Shots on goal in that period, Chicago with 14, MJDP with 16. But it is the T-Rex, out of those 14 shots, finds the back of the net 4 times versus the 3 goals put on by the Metro Jets. Only penalties in that period at 10:39. Tegan Gardner gets a slashing penalty. And then it was Xavier Lafleur picks up a roughing at 20:33. But it's on the scoring side with plenty of scores put on in this effort here. Logan Kroll starts out in the first at 4 minutes and 4 seconds, gets his 3rd goal on the season. Jason Gongrel's 9th assist. Then it was Blake Brackett picks up the goal for the Metro Jets at 5:30. Thomas LeBlanc gets his 3rd assist, and Daniel Leska's 9th. Then it was, if we have this right, see how many goals we have. We have Blake Brackett picking up a goal. Again, his 5th on the season at 5:57. Thomas LeBlanc, 4th assist. Daniel Leska's 10th assist. Then Carter Cowden picks up his 5th goal on the season at 9:55. Logan Kroll an assist. Jason Gongo as well. Clovis Gamlin picks up a power play goal. Alex Fournier and Daniel Leska on the assist. Then Carter Cowden comes back and picks up another goal. Jason Gongo's 11th assist. Carter's 6th goal. And then it was Alexander Dwyer picks up goal number 5 and the one-up goal here as Jason Gongo gets his 12th assist and that at 20:40. And that's where we stand, 4-3 in favor of Chicago. 25 minutes on the clock. Fresh sheet of ice and face-off picked up Chicago as they put it in the zone. Now trying to get it back in on delayed offside is going to be played in by Cowden. Now it's going to be back with Boscovich. Boscovich picking up the puck now into the neutral zone. Lops it in. Gamlin's going to go try to chase it. Goes through the stick of Kroll. Goes into the corner. Gamlin picks up. Trying to feed it. The puck comes loose as Kroll goes down. Now picked up Gamlin with it here. Gamlin looking. Feeds it up. It's going to be kept in on point as it went through slot. Now Boscovich winds up with a shot. And it's going to be held on into the glove of Nate Wax.
I think he said everything that needed to be said in that lengthy list of goals. It's kind of been the story of the game. It's just not the most brilliant goaltending performance of the weekend, unfortunately, but brilliant offensive performance if you like offense. So see if you can get the upper hand here.
Wow, off the face-off. Nice.
Yeah, there's another good
nice
draw.
attempt. Taking a shot right on top of the crease there.
Could
Good
be whoever
stop
gets
by
the last
Wax.
shot is one of these kind of games. It's a game of mistakes, but this one it's been a game of offense.
On the face-off here in the Chicago zone. Stick side of Wax. Comes back to Boscovich in the neutral. Now it's going to be brought over now. Brought in by Moxon. Turned over here. Gamlin with it. Goes across. Now on the look here. Feeding it up. Smith picks up. Smith's got some help with the Gamlin coming in. Smith kind of took a little slow coming across.
He's offsides. There was some miscommunication.
Gets the offside here with Gamlin coming in. He was looking at him like, get it in. Goal number 1 is to get it into the onside and then look for your options.
I think the one other thing to mention just briefly is the last goal for Chicago to take the lead was a shorthanded one. Kind of kept the Metro Jets off guard. So
coming in, USS puts the shot on to Wax. Gets it through.
So
Doesn't
Metro
get through the net.
looking to make some adjustments there in the locker room, see what they can do offensively to take some momentum back as they seemed a little bit deflated heading back into the locker room at half.
All right, Kobayashi on the face-off. Wants to feed it back. Goes across. Ledjbakov goes back. Uses an ace. Takes a shot off the pads of Nate Wax. Now into the corner. Gathered up into the neutral zone. Taking a look. Feeding it off the board. See if they can get there with Brackett. Brackett gets a poke through. He's going to get through. He's going into the corner with the puck. Get some pressure here. As he was battling there with Nice. Picked up Gardner. Gardner loses it. Now it's going to be kept in the zone, but now it's going to be Nice feeding it. It's going to be turned back over. LeBlanc taking a look. LeBlanc will hang on to it. And he still stays with it. Kind of didn't like his options there. He had a pass that he could have dropped back there to Ledjbakov. Kobayashi feeds it on the boards, trying to pick this up. Dwyer going after it, and now it goes down, and it is played by Metro. Coming in. Dumped into the corner. Brackett gets a piece of it. Thought he was going to get the stop there. Nonetheless, it's played by Ledjbakov, and he's got the puck here. He feeds it across, but it's behind the Ramon. Now getting it in is Kobayashi. LaFleur sends it around. Luska gets a piece of it here, keeps it in. Kind of going across, stopped, and now an icing coming up against Chicago as Schaefer goes back to sell it.
Already we're seeing the Jets find ways to stick on puck, get the puck headed towards the net. A lot of good shot opportunities early on in this second half.
On the face-off in the Chicago zone, glove side of Wax. Puck drop. Klein drops it back. Ledgbekoff with the shot. Got tipped on a stick there. And sails up in the glass, stays in play. Luska with a keep, takes a shot. Going a little high there, so an easy glove pickup there by Nate Wax. And they'll take a face-off. It looks like his stick side.
Wax's strong side so far has been the glove side. I think at least a couple of those goals by the Jets were scored on the pad side, so we'll see if they can find that right side of the goal.
Puck comes around behind, looking for the setup here. Luska picks up the pass, and he'll go back. Thought he was going to go across with attempt. Goes across. Now it's a pickup by Gongo. Gongo throws it away. Goes on the backhand. I think he was trying to feed there. But it works. Shot and a save on a second effort block. Chicago still in control with the puck. Gongo with it here. It did end up working to Cownan, but he had to put on a little stride to get it going here. And now it's going to be picked up. Luska back behind the goal line. Luska feeds it. Goes in and out of the skates there. Now it is going to be brought in. Gongo with it here. Gongo sees Cownan. Oh, just out of reach of Cownan. Run staying all over. McLean, it's going to be picked up Luska instead. Luska wants to get it back. Turned over here with a shot. Into the corner it goes. On the effort, Rabone gets it out. Curto with it here. Curto gets through. Gets hit on a knee-to-knee, and it takes a minute for the official to put his hand up, and he finally does.
The
puck's turned over.
Call as quick as it did.
Yeah, everyone looked around. I got a chance to look at the official, look back to the play, look at the official. And he put the arm up slowly. Those are the calls you want on injuries and
a little bit of a dangerous play there in neutral ice, and Metro Jets are going to have a chance to take advantage of it potentially.
So Dwyer finds himself on both sides of the score sheet. Alex Dwyer, he's now in the penalty box, serving the need. Any contact here, if that's what the call was. I didn't see the signal. It looks like that's what it was. And he did score that goal earlier at 20:43 of this period here. So it is his time to take a break in the box and see if his team can keep this lead going, or is this the chance that Metro needs to tie this one up? We saw they couldn't pick one up earlier when they had a power play, but here they are now. Still working along the board. Smith with it here, kicks it back. Loaded up on one side, managed to get the shot off. Gambling changes up, or Bodurka. Boscovich had to, now he gets the puck back. So he went down for a second with a shot. Looked like it was going to go a little wide, but it's going to be snagged out of the air and held on by Nate Wax. Face-off coming on his stick side.
Boscovich didn't really have a great pass opportunity there, so he decided to take the shot, and it was just a little bit wide. Not by much, but enough for Wax to get the glove save on it.
Still with a minute 18 of power play time. Gamlin going up against Gongo in the Chicago zone. The puck's going to be dropped, and it's popped back. Chicago trying to get it out. Stand up, tying a body, and it still stays in. But now, here we go, loaded up. Here comes Chicago in the shorthanded effort. We saw him do it earlier. It's going to be turned over with the look here. Justus in the end feeds it across. He gets disposed of, and now looking up. Bodurka not going to get the pass. It was too soft, but picking it back up is Smith. Smith trying to keep it.
The man for the Jets way down behind the play, slow to get up.
He does play the puck there.
He's still down. They're going to have to stop play here. He took an awkward lick, and it's definitely hurting.
Officials are going to talk about what they saw here, but it was behind the play, and most of the action was going forward. Don't know if anyone saw it. He's hopped up, heading to the bench on his own power. It's good to see. So let's hope that he will recover and be a part of this. Matt I trip over the name. Lithuania. Glad to see you here playing. And I want to see more of you. So trainers checking them out. Meanwhile, it's 49 seconds, still power play for the Metro Jets. They're facing off in their zone. Gamlin gets underneath, trying to pick up the puck. Now it's going to be Liska, puts body on, keep it away from Gardner. Now here they come. Jets going to bring it up. On the pass, goes behind Smith to try to pick it up. Feeding it around, but this one might be kept in by Fuente. It's going to get hit. No, he hangs onto it, still hanging on the puck, and he can't get through all three. On the poke, Fournier keeps. Oh, it's going to be taken away by Gardner. Gardner coming up trying to get another short-hander. Feeds it across back door. Goes in the slot. Second effort. It's going to be picked up. Kind of blind here, not seeing where it's at. Now finally Smith gets it out, gambling with it here. Penalty's going to be coming now up against Chicago. And I want you to see that, folks. This happens. People believe that when you have a delayed penalty and the goalie comes out that you will not get scored on. I've seen it maybe 2 years ago, and it just occurred here. As you see,
that's going to be marked as an own goal because that was the Jets looking to work the puck around behind the net, and there was nobody there to pick it up.
Right.
Huge mistake there at a crucial time in the game, even as the power play was finishing up. I know you're going to have another one there, but crucial mistake to put yourself down by 2.
Gardner scores the goal technically, and he's also in the penalty box. So the original penalty, coming in on the delayed, it launched out Cyrus. The turnover there, it's a double two-man advantage here coming for Metro, and they need to put it in here with a shot. LeBlanc. It's sitting there in the slot, trying to feed it up, but it's broken up. Dwyer comes out. Now it's a one-man advantage. Schaefer's going after it. One-man advantage for Metro.
Well, I don't know how much blame you could put on Cyrus in that situation.
No, he's doing his job, yeah.
He's just looking to get another man on the ice,
You
obviously.
have to protect, because when you look at the pass-up, you can hit a skate of a linesman or something, and it's your fault. It's never seen it that tight. It was something a little further where the goalie was out, and it hit a skate trying to bring it up out of the slot. This was a few years ago. Can't remember even needed in the team, and put it in the net.
Yeah,
this one was a tighter, very tighter, so you don't even see it coming where you can't get back and like, oh no.
Yeah, there's no room to pull the puck out even if you get a stick in there.
Here we go on another shorthanded effort, going to be tripled upon, now picked up as Lejbakov. Lejbakov's going to carry up. He gets pushed down off the play. Brackett with it here. Brackett trying to hands it around, and he eventually gets it through Sinclair. Sinclair gets it back. He's got Kral with him. Kral trying to feed it.
A lot of jostling center ice there for a little bit right in front of us.
A lot of strong plays here put on by Chicago. They don't care about one in the box. They're still playing the forward spot. And the puck gets out of play as Brackett was trying to get something going there, and it just hops up into the safety netting.
You know, I'd love to be Wax in this position. You're like, wow, my offense really just got a little bit of a lucky bounce for the puck to go in net, and now he can feel more comfortable being shorthanded even.
Yeah, and he's going to go lesson learned, knowing I'm not going to skate out as fast. I mean, it was a good opportunity anyone would take. Like, hey, if we do this quick, we'll have the man advantage here. Boscovich feeds it across. Stanhope takes a shot and stunned Nate Wax. Never saw it. Screen might have been set up on the defense there, maybe of Nick Neese.
Great deflection that fell just over the top shoulder of Wax, and, well, they got that goal back.
So they bring it within one again, I believe, and it is going to be a power play goal. Stanhope shooting from the blue line. Didn't see flames behind it. It was just enough.
A couple odd bounces to start the scoring here in the second half.
That coming in at 7 minutes, maybe in 10 seconds, I'm not sure.
Yeah, that's about right.
On the face-off, picked up Gardner. After the draw, brought back Gardner, or not Gardner. It's going to be picked up Moskvin, and they call off sides. And a little confused at Paraguay there, but in all defense to the linesman, as we saw the puck being carried in, they were already in. I was watching the puck carrier, but I look up and I see, oh, they're clearly all the way in.
Yeah, there was a couple crushed defenders or attackers in that situation, I guess, that just made it across the blue line too quick.
And it's picked up Miller. Miller picks up, tries to feed it over. Now we're going to try this again. McLean the spoiler. They get it in on side, but it's going to be picked up by Boscovich. Boscovich now with it. Throws it around. It's going to be stopped, played by Wax. Wax pushes up on the boards. Gets through Paraguay. Now it's going to be Boscovich. Boscovich feeds it across with a one-timer. Stanhope's going to try this again. This time he could have blasted in there on the one time. McLean working, double teamed here. Stick out, so it's a chance now for Rabone to pick up. Rabone wants to feed it up, but had he done it, it had been taken away. Oh, up front on an attempt. Now feed soft, try to get it out. Oh, try to get a chance there to Boscovich. He left 98% of it behind. Stanhope here. Pressure from Boscovich, gives it up to McLean. McLean here with it. McLean's getting it on the backhand. It's going to be turned over Miller. Miller goes across onto the bench. And it's played, and on a collision to Gardner as Dwyer almost spoiled. They're almost pretty close to getting too many men there, but especially with that collision wasn't to help. All right, here we go. On the pass, goes across. Now bringing it up. Poked back by Lejbukov, I believe. It ends up onto the Chicago's bench. Plenty of time up there, 5-4.
Even strength once again for both teams.
So Spencer Stanhope's second goal in the season. Maurizio Boscovich gets his third assist at 7:04. We have the organ playing. Thank you, Larry Schmidt. He comes over from the Fort Wayne Comets and brings this good sound from the choice of music to those golden pipes of his here calling today's game on PA. On the face-off, here it is, going to be brought in. It's now going to be picked up, brought up by Jacobson. Now an icing call, and it's going to be washed. And here comes Chicago looking. Now chasing down into the corner, going after it. And an icing, but a collision and a penalty coming.
Yeah, that was a scary dive into the back corner of the boards.
We saw Jesus Inez was the victim earlier, and now we see slow to get up here is going to be Justin Goff as well.
Yeah, Goff did not take a super quick beat on that lob pass, and fortunately pays the price in the corner. Fortunately, he's getting up and skates back to the bench okay. That's going to be a penalty on
Jesus Inez.
Zusians. Yep. The interference call, probably about the right call, and now Chicago's going back on the power play.
So Matt Zusians needs a break for a little bit. So we'll let him heal in the box here. Oh, it just slides under the stick of Craw, but it stays in onside. Moskowitz working now. Let's see where he goes. He's going to try to feed up to Gongo. And it's broken up there. Gongo pressed. And it is now still Smith going back to work. It's tied up with it, but ties up the effort here, trying to clear it out. Chicago working off the boards. Now going back. It's going to be played. Just kind of couldn't get it going here. Bodorka going up the ice. Bodorka's got Gamblin with him. Oh, and he gets it off the backhand. Had a little pressure there, put on by Crawl. Still hanging on to the puck, keeps it in the zone. Gamblin says, give it to me, but he feeds it back, and it's going to come back. He's trying to connect to Pratt, but now here's a chance. He tried to get it back to control it, but they had to chase up the ice, putting the pressure on.
Way to cut off that offensive rush by the Chicago defense, pulling him over into
with
the
a
corner.
Shot ricocheted around, stick broke. And that's off Gamblin. Gamblin's going to try to tie up body. Now trying to go across. Now with a look. And it's going to be out of play. Gives Gamblin a chance to get switched up there. Good attempt there, but counting there, taking the shot, I believe, and gets it broken up. But what a threat for Chicago.
No kidding. Got 53 seconds left on this power play. Wholesale change. Everybody's fresh on the ice. See who can grab some momentum as the ref decided to change which face-off circle we face off in.
It depends.
They were pointing at the other side and then decided to come across.
Gardner's tossed out. Now bringing in Sinclair. Sinclair on the drop. Comes back. Jets working on it. It gets fed back to Dwight. Dwight, they're looking for it. Connects. The pass is going to pick up Paraguay. Paraguay goes across the Dyer. Dyer's going to be poked out into the neutral. With a strong battle put on here, but he's going to sneak back in. Going up against Luska. The puck's caught. Oh, it looked like it got caught in the shoulder there, maybe by Schaefer, and he almost rode it in. Now it's going to come out into the neutral zone, picked up by Sinclair. Sinclair on the pass, catches it in the feet. There of Bush. Bush drops back to Gardner. Gardner searches, puts it in. Schaefer picks up now. Has the opportunity on a high stick. Now going after it here with a shot. And he picks up the rebound and goes up front. Now it's going to be played. Gardner stretches up now. Back to a 5-on-5 here. Gets through. Bush. Bush takes a shot and it's going to be held on. Into the hands of Cameron Cyrus.
It was a great shorthanded chance by Metro, pushing the puck down the ice. And then a great stop by Wax. Stay disciplined once again.
All right, 13:46 here, 5-4 in favor of Chicago.
Still anybody's game. The momentum's flipped back and forth. Goals on the board have flipped back and forth.
Yeah, some oddball stuff in here. I mean, you got
been
power play. I believe we had a power play goal. We have a shorthanded goal. We have.
You got an own goal.
Yeah. So it is. This one here is probably a good game to watch for lessons here. Lessons learned and lessons what not to do. Boscovich on the keep here. Comes back into the corner. McLean will pick it up. Feeds it around. It's empty. Curtle's going to go in and try to get this one, and he does. Feeds it back. One up front, and that one's spoiled. Rabone rides his guy into the boards. Grabbing it out of the air, tip. Boscovich picks up. Boscovich feeds over. Curtle gives it back. Boscovich with it. Curtle's going to switch spots. Well, Boscovich's going to go across. And now it's going to be played. Now bringing it in is Stanhope. Oh, hits the back of the skates of Rabone and goes offside. Stanhope dumps it in. Grabbing it out of the air was Crawl. He gets it back. Got that back from Nice. And on the turnover here, picked up, dumped in by Pratt. Going back behind, Graham will pick up. Penalty coming in on a boarding possibly as Pratt comes in strong to dislodge the puck.
Yeah, that was a huge hit up against the boards and probably about the right call.
And he does get a boarding call.
He's not happy about it, but.
Yeah, he's a little confused, and I am a little bit too. As he came in pretty hard, but he did pop the puck loose. But if he just goes in and blasts a guy. And
I think his stick was just a little high up on the backside. I forget who that hit was on exactly, but.
Yeah, it's a little gray area for me. I would have said great hit, but.
Like all their momentum was going heading towards into the boards, but at the same time, skates were falling over, and
Donald
you want to
Pratt
keep people safe, obviously, too. So.
in the penalty box there on the boarding. Comes to us from Miami, Florida. Reaching. Cyrus trying to stop it there. It's going to end the corner.
That's a great chance to get over the pad.
Before, and here's County trying to get it going here. Looking. Goes across. Gongo with a shot blocker into the corner. Gongo picks up on the rebound, but it can't do anything with it. He fans on it. So here we go. Coming all the way up. Drops it. Now it gets seized upon. Gongo can't get it going here. Stick left. Penalty coming. Another delayed penalty. It took a little bit. Official talked to the lineman. The lineman clearly saw it, and I think he said, penalty. So they're talking about it right here. Hey, what'd you see? I think Bodirka got the worst of that there, and the chops there, either the neck or the chin. They're going to check him out to see if this stays 2 or 5, or not. Don't see anybody going in the box. Yeah. So there, what was the?
Oh,
here's the box.
The door.
Yeah.
They're letting them know now over here.
Like, what's the call? Is there a call?
Talking to the.
Don't talk yourself into a penalty here as they go in front of the Chicago bench.
Seriously. He's careful.
And now they do find someone to put in. So in the box, Donald Pratt.
Curious what the call is going to be
Donald
on
Pratt
that.
going the wrong way.
Yeah.
Michael Sawyer gets the high stick, which is fair. So offsetting for a minute 29, and it'll be a 31-second power play coming. So not too bad to catch a penalty here as you were on the power play, so you can afford one. Use your sneeze, pays it over to Bodurka. Bodurka goes into the corner. Gamlin has to pick it up here. You got to remember you're 4-on-4 here. Across. Using Sienas. Takes a shot. It's loose, but it's covered. Just maybe took a hobble there, but Nate Wax knew he had it. But it kind of jolted everybody there for a second.
Plenty of space on the ice with the 2 men off, and great shot on net, and a couple blockers up in front kept that from going in.
Bodurka trying to get it through, and it goes back into the corner oddly, and Eugene Cien is going to hands it through, gets it across, shot block, going to be picked up by T-Rex. Here they come. T-Rex bringing it up. With the look going on, maybe wants to go across. Going to hang on to it a little long as Bush. Here's the shot crawl wide. Comes all the way by to Dwyer. Turned over. And now here we go. Metro coming down. It's 4-on-4 here. So let's see. Here we go.
3-on-2 rush.
Fournier goes across, picks up on a solid pass. Hanging on to it. Feeding it across. Kind of pinches Luska. He dumps it into the corner. That was from Gamlin. Dwyer's going at it. Gamlin's going to go in and meet. Trying to spoil it here. On the change here.
23 seconds on this 4-on-4.
And here we go. Kobayashi with it here. Kobayashi trying to thread the needle here, feeding it through. Brackett will pick up here, goes back to point. Now it's going to be kept in by Schaefer. Around it goes. And we're still on 4-on-4. Keeping it in. Kobayashi working in the corner. Battling strong there. Up against Nice. Goes opposite. Now we're on the power play for Metro. Metro working on it here. Now they have it. Got to realize they're on the power. Feeding it up the point, and can he keep? And he does. But he's still working it. Oh, gets hit on the play, but it's going to be picked up now on the Kobayashi working on it here. 3-man line at this point. Shot goes wide. Brock on a keeper. Brackett picks up. Brackett
defensive
looks.
Deflection in there in the middle.
Only have a few more seconds going up front. And it's going to be on the clear here. Can't get it out, though. Liska's going to have to go across, but he can't now because of the expired penalty. Kobayashi back with it to Liska. Liska's going to take the wrister, and the shot comes out, trying to pop it in there. Stick tied up, and it's still loose. It's going to be recovered by T-Rex. T-Rex on the launcher. Gongo's going to go after it for a no ice. It's going to be played. Oh, stopped! And Liska picks it up as Gongo almost had a piece of it there as Cyrus trying to get rid of it. Luska's going to come back, pick it up here. May feed to Brackett, but Brackett's going to be pinched off. So he chooses to go opposite. LeBlanc here. LeBlanc looks the only one up, but he launches it up. Miller will pick it up, and he feeds it, but goes off his shin guard, almost past to Gongo. Intention there. He was trying to feed Cownan.
Despite all the Metro opportunities, feels like Chicago is really keeping them on their toes.
Trying to just shovel it in there. No doing. Stopped by Wax. Gongo with it here. He feeds it on the boards, and it's going to be picked up by Metro. Feeding it. Luska goes over to Brackett. Brackett here's got some room. See where he chooses. Takes a shot, trying to just squeeze it past the effort there of Donovan Miller. Still right now in front of the Chicago bench. Here comes an effort here. Oh, it got drawn back. Now here's Gongo with it now. Gongo gets the pass over to Gardner. Gardner with a shot. Blockered into the corner on the rebound. It's going to be picked up. And it is going to be pushed out. Here they come now up the ice. Gamlin with it here. Gamlin gets tripped on the play. Power play coming up. This time it was safe as we see Cyrus coming out.
That's going to be a frustrating call to take if you're T-Rex. 8:31 left, and now the Jets are going to have, they've been having chances on offense, and now they're going to have yet another power play. It's a tripping call. It's unfortunate as the momentum was swinging back into the Jets zone.
So Miller in the penalty box for the tripping. It's going to be another power play here. Luska feeds it across. Misses the attempt there.
There's going to be another call, so it's going to be back even.
And a hooking call is going to be called against the Jets. They were just setting up Fournier in the penalty box. Face-off coming down in, MJDP's defensive zone.
Throws a stick in the sin bin and understandably frustrated.
Yeah, so this will shoot themselves in the foot here, but back to 4-on-4 with a 10-second differential. 10-second power play will be coming to Chicago afterwards, but this one here gives you some open ice. Here, Gamlin picks up from Lesko off the face-off win. Gamlin coming down and getting all battered up here. The puck's going to be not turned over as LaFleur couldn't hang on. Gamlin with a shot. Going to try to pick up the rebound. Now it's going to be wrapped off the glass. Lesko on the keep out, goes through the feet. Now picking it up, feeding it, and a hand pass is the call here.
Get a wholesale line change for the T-Rex. Still sorting out personnel. Got 6 men on the ice right now.
All right, here we go. Facing off just outside of the Metro Jets defensive zone. Gongo going up against Bodurka. On the draw, Lesko picks up, feeds it back. Now it's going to be picked up on the pass to Gamlin. Gamlin's going to try to finish what he started. He's got some resistance from Dyer. Goes back. Oh, tries to connect to Bodurka. Bodurka keeps it for a second here. Now it's going to be, it's going to come back as Ledjabakov had to retreat back. Sees the pass develop there. Lesko back to cover that. Ledjabakov spoils. And the pass over to Gamlin. Connects. Gamlin with it here. Lesko in the slot. Takes a pass over to him. Can't connect.
Had a couple beautiful passes there. Just
Ledjabakov with it here. Gets a cross over to Bodurka. Bodurka going in. He's got right on top of the paint with a shot and a stop put on by Wax. Gongo had to hop back up. Still had time to get to the puck. Now bringing it up the ice. Moskvin with it here. Going to hang on to it. Still 4-on-4 hockey. Puck comes across. Gives Gongo a little bit of room from the change from the Jets. McLean trying to pop it out. Now it's going to be into the neutral zone. Gardner puts it back in on the offsides.
we got 37 seconds left on the power play for the Crush, or excuse me, the T-Rex. Got so many Chicago teams here this weekend.
Yeah, lots of Chicago.
Got 3 of them, and they're all wearing similar pattern pants, is what I've noticed.
Yeah. Well, Chicago represented well down here this weekend.
For sure. But anyways, back to the point is another 37 for them and then 27 for the Jets. So
LaFleur picks up from Kral. Kral's going to get this one back, feeds it Softon right there center ice on the connect to Sinclair. Now with a dump in by Gardner. Yuzusianez picks up. Gets pushed into the corner here, trying to tie up the puck here for a second though. Goes across, and now here comes Metro up the ice. Trying to get it going here. Schaefer trying to push in. You see Kral without a stick. Schaefer feeds it across. The look and a shot. Oh, goes off the feet of Rabone. Back to full strength it is. McLean playing the stick there to force the pass out of the hands of Sawyer. Back into the zone. Sinclair picks up. Pressure put on. Kral picks up the pass here. And it is turned over. Brought in onside by Stanhope. Still working on. Now here we go. Drop back on the pass here. Taking a look. Trying to get it going here. Maybe coming around. He's got Boscovich to feed, but it's broken up in the feed. He's going to try to force it here. And now that's cut off. Brackett coming in. Try to steal this one away. It's going to be kept in by Stanhope. We saw him shoot here earlier with a shot or with a goal. Grabbed out of the air. Stopped by Nate Wax. Might have just snuck over the crossbar had it not been stopped. So it was a little bit high. 5-4. 5:40 left here in the second period.
It's a lot of 5s and 4s on the board.
That's
right now.
So if you're number 54, do we have one?
Yeah, check the roster.
You might be the guy.
Nobody on the ice right now, I don't believe.
I don't see a 54. I would change my number real quick if that was a factor. Going across there on a slight stop put on by Wax as the puck just comes across. Boscovich wanted to come up and try to keep that one in. He has it, though, back into their zone. Now here we go. On the pass in the middle. Dumped in by Kobayashi. Puts it on target, and it's going to be held. Kobayashi's in the area. So it's going to be a stop here for Nate Wax. It's going to be the face-off will go on his glove side in the Chicago zone.
Both penalties have cleared, by the way. I forget if we mentioned that or not, but back to even strength.
Sawyer versus Boderka. Glove side of Wax in the Chicago zone. On the puck drop, it's going to be picked up by Chicago. They're working to get it out, but they get hammered on the play to bring it out. Smith pushes it back in. Chicago there gambling on the stop here, but can they get there in time? Now trying to push it through as Boscovich keeps it in. Boscovich hangs on to the puck there. Thought it was going to go to Boderka, but he's going to pick up here. Goes up, stand up with a shot block, looking for it, pokes it through. Smith's got to go for it back in the corner. Smith with it here, gets a stick lift, and now it's back behind. It's going to be caught on the feet here of Sawyer, pushed out. Now Stanhope with it here. Stanhope winds up, but he takes the pass instead. Boscovich across, trying to get it over with a shot instead. Boscovich retreats out, so it gives room for the play to happen there off of Goff. Now back into the corner. It's starting to get pace, it's starting to pick up here. Try to shove it in the corner, but doing it from behind. Wax was able to hold the pipes and shut down the effort of MetroJets there. 4:29 remaining, and they'll take the face off in the attacking zone still.
Also coming from behind where the shot was off the net, there was a pass that came over on the near side towards us, and Boscovich had a really wide open opportunity, but he had just left that spot to come back towards the blue line, and he had an opportunity there. The wide open net, nobody blocking in front, although quite a few shots there with some blockers in the way.
Gardner trying to win it back, and he does for Chicago. Chicago goes, dumps it down for an icing. Loska comes back to beat back Moxman. They will try this again. You know, some teams or some days that works. Still worth taking. Get a fast skater down ice, knows the play. It's no different than a football play. Don't see that very often. You see a pass, you know, down ice, and you got a player that knows the read and launches, and everyone's like, oh, this is icing. But it's pretty fun to see. All right, on an attempt here. On the backhand, goes again. Loose puck picked up by Gongol, and it goes out in the neutral. Let's go chase it out. Luska feeds it back soft. And now he gets it back. Looking on here. Oh, trying to get a hold of it. Lezbikov feeds it up. And the pass connects. Moxman with it. Gets it over and it goes behind. And now connects the rebound but goes in the heel and out. Counting with it here. He's going to try to bring it all the way up. Try to stuff it in there. Picked up in the slot. Oh, goes behind Kirtle for an icing. And he's not going to get back there in time. He's picking up the speed was Nick Neese. And we will see the face-off back in the MetroJet zone. Still haven't decided which side they want to take yet. It looks like it's going to go glove side.
Pick a side, any side.
Yeah, that's right. Cameron Cyrus's glove side back in the MetroJets defensive zone.
Well, you think the Jets would want to win this face-off especially.
And it's back and forth with a shot. Gardner in the glove. Finds Cyrus's glove there.
Have another chance here. They got just under 3.5 minutes left. They got to find a way to keep it down on their end of the ice. They've had periods of this game where they've been able to do as much and hold on to the puck with plenty of shot opportunities, but right now, T-Rex finding ways to break those up.
On the face-off, Gardner feeds. Now it's going to be kept in the zone. Working along the boards, Chicago picks it up. Feed point. Dwyer feeds it around. Schaefer picks it up. Schaefer gets it, and it's going to be kept Gardner. Broken up with a shot, sails it up high in the slot there. Now trying to get it out of the zones. Dwyer sneaks underneath, looks over to Gardner, but it's going to be intercepted. Oh, Gardner must have picked up. Oh, slides through. Here's a chance for Metro to get down the ice. Picking it up. User CNS with it. He's going to take the shot, trying to feed on the pass. Just gets out of reach. Now it's going to go back in the corner. On the backhand dump by Chicago. Brackett picks it up back in Metro's zone here. Trying to get it through, broken up. Schaefer with it here. He's going to put it on the boards, and it's going to be connected to Kobayashi with a LeBlanc going in the slot. LeBlanc coming all the way in, takes a shot. Oh, picks it up, and they score, and this game is tied. Times we were getting worried with the Metro Jets. Didn't look like they had the gas, or they were just getting a little deflated. Boy, they fooled us here. Kobayashi coming in and tying this game up with 2:29 remaining here in the second. We'll see how this one plays out.
They had a couple backdoor passes available and finally landed one. We're tied up with 2.5 minutes left.
Face-off center ice going to be picked up now, brought in by Metro Jets. Jets with it here. Taking another shot's going to be held on by Wax. Face-off's going to be his glove side coming up.
You know, regardless of who ends up taking this game, this has been a really entertaining one, going back and forth and plenty of opportunities, plenty of bizarre plays, plenty of penalties. We've had about everything you could ask for.
Face-off here, goes out into the neutral zone. It hops back by Chicago's clear. Gongo trying to get the steal here from Boscovich. Stanhope there trying to tie it up. Gongo wants it back, trying to feed it up. Cyrus pops it back. It's going to be all loaded up one side. Shot wide, goes into the corner. It's going to be picked up. Pressure coming on strong from T-Rex. Now Bodurka with it here. He's trying to get through, and it's going to be poked. He's going to go into the corner with it. Now trying to get after it here, I believe Smith. Now here we are. Up to Boscovich. Boscovich feeds off the boards. Bodurka trying to get a hold of it. Oh, up front in the slot. Boscovich comes back. Shot. It's wide. And the net is off.
Everyone trying to catch their breaths here. This last 140 of play.
Kobayashi's third goal in the season. Blake Brackett's fifth assist. Thomas LeBlanc's fifth at 22:30.
That was a great snapshot by Kobayashi, too.
Face off in the Chicago zone, tying up the crease, or tying up the circle there. Still nobody's puck as of yet. Still working in the corner, trying to get a hold of it. Jets feed it back to Boscovich. Boscovich takes a shot on the stop there. Could have been a screen, but it ended up being a stop. And they score! Same spot, same guy. Stanhope picks up from the blue line, takes the shot, and he finds over the right shoulder again of Nate Wax. Finds the blind spot on the defensive effort for Chicago, and they get the one up with 1:24 left. Timeout called by Chicago.
What a spot, what a shot, what a goal. And the time to do it, too. Unfortunate for Wax, as he had been strong for the most part on that side of the glove, but obviously has been beat a couple times by the same guy.
Yeah, the first shot put on was blocked there, like taking a shot, and trying to see who that was. I think that was Xavier Lafleur. Had stopped the first one there.
Yep.
And then gave a chance for the puck to come out to Stanhope, and he fires, and I'm not sure if there was a slight screen there, as Lafleur was just, committed over to the left side. And
either way, he found the lane.
Yeah, just found that it just squeaked through, sneaked through, what have you. With 1:24 left with the timeout expiring here, the faceoff will go center ice off the latest goal scored. And that was a beauty put on by Stanhope as he finds the back of the net. Spencer Stanhope, unassisted, second on the season, coming in at 23-17.
What a way to flip this game right at the very end, within a minute and a half of each other.
On the faceoff here, picked up by Metro, and they're pumped, dumped it into the zone.
Speaking of a minute and a half, that's about how long Chicago will have, maybe a little bit less than that now that they're resetting.
Chicago had some interesting goals of their own. They had some beauties. They got a short-hander, got the one where it got miscued as Cyrus was heading to the bench on a delayed. So now they can do anything here at the 1 minute mark. Now here we go. Crawl with the puck here. It's going to be tipped up. It's going to be pushed in by Cownan.
Goalie's heading to the bench.
Now the extra man here for Chicago on. Trying to look in the slot, trying to find it in there, and it's going to be covered, poked out. Cyrus down, hops back up. The puck's going to be pushed out. LaFleur with it here. LaFleur feeds it up over to Cownan. Cownan with it here. Around it goes. Stanhope's going to try to launch it down if he can get a hold of it. It's going to be kept in. Gets through. Crawl with it here. Feeds it up front. It's going to be Boscovich, I believe, clears it out, and it's going to go wide as it slows down. And an icing against the Jets. 20.7 seconds, a lot of time, especially with a man advantage, to take the face-off win here and try to pop one past Cameron Cyrus.
Let's see how the defense sets up here on the face-off. Looks like we've got 3 guys crowding the box.
Shot coming, goes wide. Going to be picked up now on the backhanded effort, picked up off the glass, kept in by LaFleur. He's getting some pressure here. Boderker trying to get it out. It's on the blue line, still working it here, and it now comes out. Goes in on delayed offside, and it's a chance here now to slow this one down.
2 seconds left.
And that will do it. What an effort here put on as Metro was down for a lot of part of the game, and they have come back. They had some weird things occur, but they battled their way back to pick up the 6-5 victory here in Fort Wayne. So congratulations to the Metro Jets development program as they put on a game for you here. Pretty interesting the last couple of games. And it's exciting here for the Metro Jets to pick up. Matt, hello, buddy. We got you a win here. So
quite a game, quite a time up here on Ring 47. Can't believe they really came back with just a couple minutes left. Honestly, felt like they were deflated at halftime a bit and worked their way back in. Got a couple of fortunate bounces their way. You have to be pretty disappointed if you're Chicago, I think, in the way that the outcome came. Maybe not in the performance, but in the outcome for sure. Just got away from them right there towards the end of the match. But all credit to Metro for piecing together a couple goals, even if they got a couple bounces in their favor.
The Metro Jets are on center ice praying on rink 47. Always remember this is Braden Lewis's rink, former Metro Jet. Lost his life very young. And this is a good time when we see these guys here. And thank you for the prayer that they're having here. And so Metro Jets come out with a victory. And they had played from behind, went through some adversity. And this one is this game here might be really worth showing, you know, your team of what to do, what not to do, and things that can happen, did happen, and how you come out of it. So this is probably a very good instructional video to get a hold of here. So good job for hanging in there and playing this game here and putting on a show for us here in Fort Wayne. We want to thank you. We just sit up here and call it. And these are the performers. These are the stars out here, and it's a blast to call what they do. That makes this job easy. So we're going to come up next as we see here coming up. Make sure as everything's blending together. It looks like the 1:30 puck drop is going to be here for the Red River Spartans. They take on the Chicago Crush. Spartans are always interesting to watch. Very good team that they bring out, Chicago Crush. I love the coaching. Just being a little biased, but that's okay. But anyway, it is going to be fun. They're up from Clarksville, Tennessee, coming playing to get the Chicago team here. So we're going to take a break, and we'll be back at 1:30 for that puck drop. Once again, thank you for tuning in on Black Bear TV, brought to you by Summit City Sports for the Metro Jets victory over the T-Rex, Chicago T-Rex. We'll see you in the next one. We'll be right back.